Hi everybody, welcome back. This is Kim. Thanks for clicking on this video. Appreciate it. If you're new here, I do videos about random technology items and also gig economy apps like Uber Eats, Doordash, Grubhub. As you can see, today I'm going to be talking about Uber Eats and everything I could find about Uber Eats Pay. It's pretty interesting, so I hope you stick around. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, how much can an Uber Eats driver make? There's no easy answer to this question. I've done some research to try to find out if anyone has ever done an official study of how much the average Uber Eats driver makes. I can't really find anything, but I did find one site that said that the median amount made per hour is $17.74 per hour. Okay, where'd they get this number? Well, I'm going to kind of tell you. So median is not average. So median means in the middle. So basically a number that separates the higher half of the numbers from the lower half. A median does not give you an accurate depiction of really anything. It's just the number that falls in the center of the data. If you don't know what median is, I'm going to show you in a minute. Okay, I'll explain on the next slide what median is. It's important that you see this and understand how they come up with that number. Okay, so median earnings. Look at these examples of hourly pay. So I just came up with some numbers. These are not real, but I just made them up just to illustrate my point here. Okay, so there are 11 different values ranging from $5 an hour all the way up to $55 an hour. That's a huge range, right? So to find the median, you need to find the one in the middle. So we are going to eliminate the 5 lowest and the 5 highest, and we've got 17. So this is not the 1774 that they came up with. I just want to show you how you do median. So with these numbers, the median number is 17. Okay? This is the median. I already explained that. All right. So you see there are values much lower than 17 and also much higher. So the median hourly rate doesn't really tell us anything. So I'm not sure why they use the median earning, because that doesn't really tell anything. So now what could be more useful would be average earnings. Let's look at these this is the same data, okay? These are not real. I made them up. Like I said, there are 11 different values. To find the average, you add them all up and then divide by 11. So 213 is if you added them all up, divide by 11, equals $19.36 an hour. So the average of these is $19.36 hours. So this is a more accurate depiction, but it still doesn't mean that's how much you're going to earn. So this, like I said, this gives us average earnings based on these 11 people. I just wanted to show you that the median is not the same as average. People use those words interchangeably, but they're not the same thing. Okay? So let's throw out that $17.74 number. Uber Eats, as well as other gig apps, do not pay an hourly wage. What you earn is up to you. There is no salary. You finish a delivery and you get a payment for that task. According to a few different sources, Uber Eats used to be very transparent about what you'd earn, but they don't show all the data anymore. They use their calculations of these factors to come up with a payment. So they used to show all how the payment was broken down before you accepted the offer, but now they don't do that. So there was a pickup charge, drop-off charge, per mile fee. This is actual miles from the restaurant to the customer. Per minute fee from the moment you arrive at the restaurant until drop-off. So this was an estimated amount that they would show you at the beginning. What your pickup charge is, what the drop-off charge would be, your per mile fee, per minute fee. They don't really do that anymore. So I do like that you could see a breakdown after the delivery is complete, and they do compensate drivers for longer drives, which is nice. And their time estimate is pretty accurate. So I think I have, oh no, I don't think I have it. I took a screenshot, but I don't think I entered it, of the actual screen, an offer screen, but it tells you how many miles you're going to go, and it tells you a time estimate, and then how much, including tip, that they expect for you to earn. They do hide tips, kind of like Doordash. I don't think they show you the full amount. But it's pretty close. Anyways, you can also get additional tips after, because the people have an hour to reduce your tip or add to your tip after the delivery. Anyways, that's a different screen. I just wanted to tell you that this used to all be on the screen before you accepted, and it no longer is. You just have one flat fee. Okay. Oh, before I forget, I'd appreciate it if you could please subscribe to my channel. That would be fantastic. And also give this a thumbs up if you find it interesting, or if you've learned something, or if you already knew it all. That would be great. I would appreciate it. Okay, so these are some screens of orders that I actually completed recently. I tried to find ones that had, oh goodness, you can't see this one. It's tennis. Interesting. Sorry about that. I tried to find ones that were similar amount of money so we could compare them. So this one, the fare was $3.78. Okay, it was 5.9 miles, which equals out to 64 cents a mile is what I earned for the fare. Okay, then there's a promotion added and a tip. Now this one, this was $10.09. So this had a $4.92 fare, 2.1 miles. So I'm not sure how they come up with these fares. So this was further, but the fare was less. Okay, 2.1 miles. This one equals $2.34 per mile. So that was better. Now, if you add in the fare and the promotion and the amount of minutes that this actually took, this is all right here. I just rounded it up to 23 minutes. It was 21 cents a minute is what I got paid. Okay, that did not include the tip. I'm not including the tip in these because that's not from the platform, that's from the customer, so I didn't add those in. And here's this one, $4.92 fare, 69 promotion, 18 minutes, so it took less time, and I got paid 31 cents a minute, plus the tip. Okay, so here's two more. These are very close, $13.47 was it earning here, and $13.97. Like I said, I was trying to find ones that were similar in the total amount so we could compare apples to apples. But anyway, okay, so this one was a $6.13 was the fare, and went 5.8 miles, equals $1.06 a mile. Here's this one, okay, $6.45, 7.4 miles, equals 87 cents a mile. So even though I got paid more overall here, it was less per mile for the fare. Okay, and this one has the fare, the promotion. It took 20 minutes, so 34 cents a minute. Here we got the fare, the promotion, 23 minutes, equals 0.31 cents per minute. Okay, and here's the tips. You know, this tip was a little bit higher, so I made a little bit more money. But just kind of wanted to show you that there's no rhyme or reason really to this number. This fare here is, so this is the same day. This one was a little bit before this one. See, 12/24, 106. So for 7.4 miles, it broke down to 87 cents a mile. But then just a little while later, this 5.8 miles, the fare was $1.06 a mile. So I don't, anyways, I don't know how they determine what the fare should be. Okay, here's two more. So these were, oh God, this came to 17 something. I'm so sorry, I clipped these off here. But anyways, so here we have the fare, 12.16, 13.7 miles. This one was far. I only took this because I was heading back to my house and I was going home. 89 cents a mile, which is good. Here's this one, 7.28, right? 7.28 for the fare. This went 11.3 miles. This was part of a double that I had. Well, it wasn't. I had a Grubhub and an Uber Eats that were both picking up at the same restaurant and delivering almost exactly in the same neighborhood. So I took this one only because I had a $24 or $25 Doordash. Was it Grubhub or Doordash? Oh, no, I can't remember. But anyways, that's the only reason I took this one on top of it, because I was already going there. So anyways, long story short, here we go. So we've got The 12.16 fare, 157 promotion, 33 minutes equals 42 cents a minute. And then this one broke down to 7.28 fare, so this is like $5 less for 2 miles less. $1.35 promotion. This took only 3 minutes less, so it was 29 cents a minute. So it was interesting because I ended up making a lot more on this one than this one. Well, like $1 more, but it's all because of this tip. Okay. Anyways, I don't know if that helped you at all. I just wanted to show it to you. So they have other ways that you can make money. So they have promotions and supplements added. I don't do a ton of Uber Eats deliveries, mainly because there just aren't too many offered to me. I don't think Uber Eats is super popular in this area. I always see a promotion amount in the summary screen. This is a boost of 1.1 to whatever the range is. I'm not really sure. It doesn't tell you what the promotion boost was amount was. But depending on when they expect higher demand for orders, I guess. I've never been slammed with Uber Eats offers. I usually only get 2 to 3 per hour. And sometimes I don't get any at all. So I'm not sure why there's a boost offered at all. I'm not complaining. Every few cents helps. Maybe they do it to make sure they have some drivers out there in case an offer comes in. I don't know. They don't have very many as far as I can tell. Nothing like the volume that Grubhub and Doordash have. So I'm not sure why I don't ever see the trip supplement that others talk about, but that's supposedly added to make the fare offered more desirable. But I've never seen that, so I'm not sure what that equals out to. I do know that once an offer is declined, money is added for the next driver. 50 cents is what I've heard. I'm not really sure, to entice them to accept it if the first person turns it down. And by the time the 10th person gets that offer, it's $5 more. And maybe that would be in that promotion area. I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't do enough of Uber Eats, but this is what was explained. Okay. Quests is another way to make more. I have only seen a quest one time. It was to complete 5 offers in the next 3 hours or something like that, and you'd get an extra $10. That's the only quest I've ever seen. Like I said, we don't have high demand here, and I'm sure that's why. They probably don't want to get people, too hyped up on these quests when there's not going to be enough deliveries available for them to complete them. I have seen others that have much higher amounts for even way more deliveries. Like I said, it would be very hard to complete too many orders around here because they're just not available. But I've seen other Uber Eats drivers on YouTube post, about their quests that they've done and they're offered. And like I said, we don't get offered them around here. Maybe once the holidays hit, there'll be more deliveries and maybe higher value quests in the area. There may be more demand. I don't really know. I didn't do Uber Eats until like February or March of this year, so I'm not sure how it was during the peak holiday season. What about your area? Do you see quests a lot? Do you do them? Do you have enough deliveries offered to you to be able to complete them? Anyways, okay. So here's another way you make more money, obviously, is tips. Tips are the most variable way that you can earn more. I think the tips are what push the offers up high enough that I'd consider them. I'm not going to do a 3-mile delivery for $6, but if it has a $4 tip and they're offering $10, then yeah, I'll do that. Unless it's from a super slow restaurant going to an apartment or something. But, if there's no tip and it's $6, I'm not going to take it. But the one thing that's kind of weird about Uber Eats is that the tips can change, which is interesting. Tips can be taken away or more can be added up to an hour after the delivery. I have heard so many stories of tip baiting. So where the person gives a high tip up front to get their order accepted and delivered, then they take it away. That's pretty rotten. Luckily, I have not had that experience, but that would definitely be disheartening if you thought you were going to get like $15 for a delivery and they take the tip away and then you get like $7 or something. So yeah, but like I said, I haven't seen that, but I hear about it all the time. Another way you can make more money, figure out how many deliveries you can complete. So another variable to think about when talking about earnings is the amount of orders you can complete in a given time. The Uber Eats app does give you an estimate of the time it will take to complete the delivery, which is helpful. Uber Eats, in my opinion, is the best at figuring out when the order will be ready. It's almost always ready when I arrive, which is fantastic. I never have to wait more than like 5 minutes at a restaurant. Doordash and Grubhub cannot say that. This is why I will accept an Uber Eats delivery if it meets my other criteria over a Doordash or a Grubhub. It's because I know that the food will probably be ready. When deciding whether or not to take a delivery, you have to look at the total time it estimates. If it's too long for the amount you are getting, maybe decline that delivery. If it sounds good to you, then take it. It'll tell you you're going to get $15, going to go, 5.3 miles, and it's going to take 20 minutes. That's a good offer. If it said, okay, you're going to go 5.3 miles, and it's going to take 20 minutes, and you're going to get $4.50, that's not a good offer. You should never take those. So you've just got to look at all the criteria and decide for yourself, but don't take the low ones. It's not helping anybody. If you can get 3 20-minute deliveries done in an hour, and they're $10 to $15 each, then you're doing well. If they're $6 deliveries, then that's not as great. If you get 3 $6, that's $18. 3 $10 is $30. So think about that too when you're deciding which order to accept and trying to determine how much you're going to make hourly. So another thing you need to think about when you're thinking about earnings is the location and the distance. Think not only about your time, but the mileage you'll be driving. You're putting wear and tear on your car, plus the cost of gas. These things need to be taken into consideration. You must make enough to cover gas, car maintenance, and your time. That distance they show on the acceptance screen is important to look at. And remember, this is only from the restaurant to the customer. You also have to drive back somewhere. If the mileage is 5.3 miles and it's taking you far away from the restaurant, then you got 5.3 miles back to the restaurant. So that's now a 10-mile delivery. Even though your task ends when you drop off that food, you still have to come back. So that's still time, wear and tear in your car, etc. So you need to think about that. That distance is important. Your vehicle expense will cut into your profit, which is essentially what you are trying to earn, right? Profit equals income minus expenses. So you want higher earnings and lower expenses. It's hard to lower expenses when gas prices are astronomical, but you can work smart to increase your income, thus increasing your profits. You need to think about those expenses. You need to think about how far you're driving, how much gas are you wasting. You're going to have to replace your tires, get a tune-up, whatever. Okay, so you got to think about those things when you're doing gig work. It's important. One other thing, taxes. Don't forget, with earnings comes taxes. This is not free money. Okay, you are an independent contractor and you are required to pay taxes each year based on the amount you earn. I personally save out 25 to 30% from my earnings to cover taxes. I'm not a tax expert. Okay, I just want to make sure that I have enough to cover taxes when it comes time, to file my taxes. My CPA suggested 25 to 30%, so that's what I'm doing. I suggest you talk to a tax expert. After your first full year of delivering, you may be required to do quarterly estimated tax payments. Please see a tax expert for advice on this. You are able to deduct your mileage, so make sure you are tracking mileage. That's a huge way to cut the amount you'll have to pay at the end of the year. I just recently did a video about mileage and how to track it and stuff. You should probably watch that video. I'm going to try to remember to link it up here. Hopefully I'll remember. I think you'll find it useful. Okay, so you see how much you make is really entirely up to you. It's impossible for someone to tell you how much you'll make. In my market, I multi-app because it gives me way more offers to choose from. If I only did Uber Eats, I would not make much money at all because there are very few deliveries are offered to me. If you work 8 hours a day in an Uber Eats area where there are lots of offers, then you may make decent money. I work part-time, and with all 3 apps running, Doordash, Grubhub, and Uber Eats, I'm multi-app. I am very picky about the deliveries I choose. I consistently make between $30 and $40 an hour. People may not believe me, but I have shown you proof in other videos. That money mostly comes from tips, however, not the platform's pay. I don't accept the low offers. I don't accept the offers that take me far out of my area. I also don't accept hotel, apartment, or condo complexes, usually, because they take a lot of time. I want to be able to pick up the food, drop it off easily and quickly, and then get right back out there and get another delivery. And I know if a restaurant is always running way behind, I don't accept those deliveries either. I don't want to waste my time waiting. I live in Southern California, and a lot of people order food here. But every market is different, and you have to know your market. You have to know which restaurants are slow, which areas that you don't want to deliver to, which ones take a long time, where's their apartment buildings that don't have parking, et cetera, et cetera. There is a lot to think about when you think about earnings. Much of this information applies also to other apps, but this is focused directly to Uber Eats because that's what I decided to concentrate on. But you just have to be smart. And anyways, so that's it for today. I would appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this, if you learned something. And also add any questions or suggestions down in the comments below. I love reading the comments, and it's a great way to start conversation with others. And you can learn something. Anyways, thanks again for watching. I hope this was useful, and I'll see you next time.